What's going on, guys? How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, Phil, Charles, thank you so much for inviting us into Fiorellino here on Laurier. We're very appreciative of this. Gold Talks has been doing this series with chefs and restaurateurs and people in the community that are just battling it out day in, day out to sort of make ends meet. We have a weird anniversary sort of coming up. It's almost going to be a year of this on and off, on and off. So it's definitely not an easy feat. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate it. And again, the whole idea here is that you're putting together an item, something that someone can prepare, a family can prepare at home using ingredients that they can pick up either at a grocery store, a supermarket, something local, right? And let's go, man. We're super excited. So what are you going to be preparing for us today that we can sort of follow along with?
So I'm gonna make a pizza. I'm gonna make a pizza with winter vegetables. So I'm gonna have radicchio, mushroom, potato, but really you can put anything on the pizza. It's really more bread-ish that you bake in the oven and you put whatever you like on it. I use two types of different cheese. I have stracchino, which is Italian cheese from the north, and mozzarella. And that's it.
Amazing. Okay, great. And so we're going to get things going on. And again, any of this stuff can be purchased at a local grocery store, right? There's nothing here that's unique. And the winter vegetables, amazing. Again, you're using in season, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
This pizza is perfect for a -16.
-16 right now. Amazing. Okay, so let's get going. That sounds very exciting.
So first of all, I'm going to roast some mushroom.
Yeah.
So when I do roast, I like to put garlic, like everything, like really rough. I don't even peel them. I just put it straight away like this. Nice amount of olive oil.
Yeah.
And a bit of vinegar.
Now this is stuff that people, when they roast it, they can do it right there in their oven or their toaster oven, right?
Exactly. I'm gonna put it in the pizza oven, but any oven at like 400 is perfect.
Yeah.
Let's do this. This is a fancy type of radicchio, but any like bitter green or whatever you can put it, it's good.
So for the bitterness, the sharpness, that kind of thing. Now, do you guys, when you're with some of your product, are you sourcing stuff for local farmers?
Yeah, during summer, I love to use. My friend have a farm called Sugary in Sutton. So
Amazing.
I like to buy vegetable from him, and he brings stuff that sometimes I don't even know what to do, but I buy them because I want to help. I want to. So
that's it, and then you sort of go through the seeds list as well,
exactly.
And see what you're going to use for the season to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good, very good. That's very cool. Yeah, that local component is so key. So now you're putting in that instance, you just put in a full potato.
Yeah.
Had anything been done to the potato beforehand? Any boiling? That's a straight up washed up potato.
I put it in the front of the oven.
Okay.
The part that's a bit less hot.
Yeah.
I pre-cook one over here, so it's easier for us later.
Yeah, totally.
And no, that's it.
And then you put it in a base of salt, I saw?
Yeah, exactly. It's easier and it's not going to burn the bottom of the potato after I just rough peeled it. And
again, everything that we're doing here could easily be done inside an oven or a toaster oven based on what the people have.
Exactly.
Right? And Phil, man, like, how are you guys doing? How's the crew doing? I mean, this is such a team effort, and it's been such a sort of a beatdown, ongoing.
It's been a bond, you're with the same 3-4 guys every single day, and you work it out as a team, and both restaurants have been doing really well, and we're all excited to get back on track after COVID, but serving the clients, takeout, the Uber drivers, it's been something special.
It's been a learning curve, right?
It's been a learning curve. The packaging, making sure the food is to perfection when it arrives to everybody's home. I'm just, focused on the clients and making sure they're satisfied. And every day I'm here with Charles, making sure, he's doing his thing and he's happy. And I'm just trying to keep the morale. The morale has to be there.
Has that been something that you guys have actually spent a lot of time on, trying to figure out, what sort of timing changes within cooking based on sort of how long it sits in a box before it gets to the customer? Like, has all that changed everything over the last year?
It's our number one goal. Every time I punch an Uber, I tell them communication is everything. So it's like, wait. And then it's like, okay, go. So it's like the pizza comes out and then the driver arrives and then everything comes out so that the client gets their pizza at the hottest possible, you know? So,
Right, so-
timing has become everything.
And that's also been the same thing for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, timing within the kitchen stuff coming out now is
Obviously, we're a lot less. The brigade is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But we still have to communicate pizzaiolo with kitchen. We do pasta at the same time of pizza, and it's two different area of the kitchen. So it's a a challenge.
It's a
that's-
challenge. Yeah. No, totally. And I mean, staff-wise, and like with the crew and everything. I mean, have you noticed that there's been just a greater level of communication and connectivity based on how things have gone?
Yeah,
It's over. You know,
100%.
people. Maybe some people have left the industry. You know, some people are just like, I mean, I don't know what I'm. You know, it's been a shock to the system, right, for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, after the first wave, when we re-shut down the second time, now it's been over 6-7 months. So most of our staff haven't been working. So I know some of them have moved on. Some of them are excited to come back to work. But between the group that we have working, they've literally become family because you spend more time with them than anybody else at home, or you don't even get to see your mom and dad here and there because they worry that you're seeing all kinds of people every day. So they don't want to see you, basically, just for safety reasons.
Yeah, for safety reasons, it's not a joke.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
the trust factor between the 4 or 5 of each restaurant,
It's
between
huge.
Laurier and DLG, is huge with the owners. So it's like we got to all trust each other and make sure we're all COVID-free. And we've done a pretty excellent job in the last year of not having anybody that got
Get
caught with
sick
COVID.
or-
And
yeah.
we're all pretty responsible. And that's what we want, a healthy staff and a good takeout business, and focus on that right now.
Like even the cooks that are not working right now, I'm trying to call them every week, every 2 weeks, just to see what's up, if they need something. Like I have my pastry chef that it's almost been a year. He's home. He's trying to have a baby. He's just got a house. You just need to talk to someone, and it's good to feel that the restaurant's still there for him if you need.
And the sort of familiarity and the family vibe that this industry in itself creates, right? It's like when the business is at full pop, it's like you guys are going to war. Like you know, it's everybody 24 hours a day, rocking and rolling, got each other's backs, and that conversation part, again, like you said, I think is being heightened, right, during this time. Like you guys are reaching out to your crew that you normally would see daily, so you were already having that communication. Now all of a sudden it's weeks.
Yeah.
You're not talking to each other. You're like, wait, you know, holy shit, how is he or she doing? Sending a text. No, but it's a different thinking. It's right.
It's something else. It's really something else. And, you know, even for me, I'm spending way more time in the kitchen. I don't have the busboys, the waitresses, the action in the front that I normally have. So it's something to deal with. But I think we're getting there, and I'm excited.
Yeah, no, everybody's excited for like sort of what that next thing looks like. Okay, so now you've taken out all the vegetables that you've roasted up.
Exactly.
You broke up some of your potato. We saw you take it out. So is there like a sauce going on as a base, or
So
no?
this is
Everything is yeah.
There's in general we divide the pizza into 2 types: pizza
Okay.
bianca, pizza rosa. Bianca is more a cheese base or potato base, like this one.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna put any tomato sauce. It's just really
Yeah, I'm asking. That's very
it's
cool.
good. It's a good question,
right?
actually. The mushroom, it's important to put everything cold on the pizza. That's why I pre-cook the mushroom. I pre-cook. The pizzas take only maybe 2 minutes in the oven. So sometimes you want more time to cook the actual mushroom, to cook the actual vegetables. So usually I like to pre-cook everything before we put it on the pizza.
Okay, and is that and that's something that's just relatively standard, because then that it gives
Yeah.
it the timing of everything between the dough, you know, the baking of the dough and the actual product
Exactly.
on it makes just the world of difference, right?
The most important part of a day of a cook is not even the service, it's the mise en place that we call.
Correct.
If you have everything ready, it's faster. That's why we can have a pizza ready in 10 minutes. We have the order, 10 minutes later, the driver is there, and 25 minutes later.
It makes such a difference.
Exactly. You need to be especially-
Prepared. It's
Exactly.
preparedness. It's just
Especially
having stuff.
in the takeout industry that we're doing right now. You need to be warm when it go home. So you need to prep it fast, put it in a box.
Even more so,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, no, that's amazing. Okay, and so now if you're not using a dough like this, obviously if people aren't preparing that stuff at home, they can be using a dough, a pre-bought dough, something like that.
Exactly. And we do sell the dough at the restaurant. You can just swing by. We give you the dough.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And it's fun to do with the kids, fun to do with your girlfriend.
See, what's cool about this pizza is like obviously that there's no tomato sauce. So a lot of people sometimes are like, "Oh, you don't put tomato sauce on a pizza." Like,
Well, that was my question, because normally,
Bianca
remember,
pizza,
you do the
what's
sauce.
that? But the more they've tried certain of our Bianca pizzas, because it's very 50-50. We have about 10 pizzas with the tomato sauce and 10 Bianca pizzas. And our sales are really 50-50. People love like the crudo rucola. This pizza is amazing. These shiitake mushrooms are incredible. We have some nice options. Actually, one of our top sellers is the cacio pepe pizza.
Okay.
Everybody loves cacio pepe, so that flies.
Amazing.
So yeah, Bianca pizzas are really, really fun.
What have you? Are there some items, or this not items? Sorry, but are there things that you've picked up over this year? I mean, I know you sort of touched on it, but are there some things that you're going to continue to do no matter what, even when you're at 100% capacity? Because even that's going to take some time. You know, hopefully restaurants will get to their 50 and then 75, and then hopefully 100 as fast as possible. But even when you're at 100, are there things that you've done during this year where you're just like, well, we're just going to add this to what we're doing, like how we produce things? Or how, what we package?
From my end, we're probably gonna have a better section of takeout in a separate section like that. I definitely at the first part, that 25%, 50%, it's gonna be clients coming in, but the takeout business is still gonna be there. So we're gonna have to really divide both properly. Yeah. And once we're at 100% though, we're going to continue doing what we've been doing, which is serving the customers, having, the waitress interact with those, and I'll just probably be in charge of the takeout. Same for here. Got to keep pushing the takeout, because I think now takeout and Uber Eats is going to be here. It's the future. It's going to take time.
It's maybe the future, but I mean, there's always been takeaway, you know what I mean, and sort of delivery. But I think that, a lot of the restaurants, sort of in this, a lot of the hospitality locations in this industry have had to gravitate to it to even barely survive over this year.
Yeah, what we mean is also like the, let's just say 200 more restaurants on Uber Eats that weren't on Uber Eats. Right. I don't think they're going to remove themselves from Uber Eats once we're all
because they will have gotten used to it over the years.
Yeah, exactly. So I think all the fancier restaurants that never thought of being on Uber Eats that are on Uber Eats now, they're going to stay and they're going to do both. And that's what I meant by like.
Now the history of the Bianca pizza, like the story between the two, that looks absolutely fantastic. So where is there a bit of an origin story about sort of where the Bianca comes from versus the one with the traditional sauce that most people, when they think of pizza, think, like I said, where are you putting tomato sauce?
Obviously, like it depends where you are in Italy. They really use what's close to them. It's really the market cooking kind of vibe that they have. What's specific with us, it's Napolitan style pizza. So it's a very light pizza with there's not too much ease, so we make it very digest. You can eat a full pizza like this, and you don't feel like your belly's full.
Yeah, you don't feel very heavy.
Exactly.
Okay.
This pizza might be heavy with the potato and all the cheese, but
yeah, but that's more fulfilling, as in like, oh, I feel satiated and full, versus heavy with the gluten, like a pizza, like when you're ordering sort of I don't want to say a cheaper pizza, but a quick, one of those usual ones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like our corporate crowd that comes for lunch at the downtown location, at lunch we're jammed, and they get a salad and a pizza, and they go back to work, and
they're not falling asleep.
Yeah, they're not falling asleep. They kick ass, and
so now when the pizza
going.
When this comes out, it's sort of, you obviously let it cool like anything else, but not too long, because it again, everything was timed and prepped in a certain manner. And then you're just topping it. I saw you obviously put pepper. Is there anything else you would top it with, or this is it?
Well, usually some pizza we finish with basil, with mint, depends. But this one I would leave it just a crack of pepper like this, and that's it. And when we do takeout, I usually tell people just take it out of the box and put it 2 minutes in the oven.
Amazing.
Just so you really have the feeling that.
And to add a little bit of the crispiness, because it becomes more on the chewy side because of the humidity, and then the oven just sort of like. And the cold, of course. And then it just gives it that little tang.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. This looks amazing. So are we going to be able to try this bad boy?
Yeah, sure.
What's up?
I'm going to go get a pizza cutter.
Amazing. Here, I'm going to pass you, Professor, some plates. Get this thing and make ourselves useful. This looks fantastic. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask you a little bit about was how the community has been supporting you guys during this time? Because this is as shocking in the business as it is for the public that's all going through this, right? So how have they been susceptible with you guys?
I think the response has been incredible.
Thank you.
I think especially here on Laurier, the people that come, between takeout and Uber Eats, you could tell people are ordering food, supporting local. Everyone's doing their part. I think it's going really well.
Yeah, and have they been, and that's it. I mean, that's in the end, all this takeaway and all these things that this industry is trying to do to sort of survive on this life support is really down to the consumer and the guys and girls in communities that are actually buying this stuff, coming to pick this stuff up. People that might have maybe come in once a month and now maybe once a week, or turning this into their like, my meal always during the week because I know I'm supporting my crew. Have you seen that?
I think people have their go-to restaurants. I think they choose which days they want to cook, and then the days they don't want to cook, and then the days they don't want to cook, it's up to their favorite restaurants to come in and choose what
Do the thing.
Yeah, do their thing.
Now, is this illegal or legal to do this?
Squeeze that
okay?
up. You squeeze that up.
there's that whole thing. And now with the masks, I find myself when I do this and I pull it off, this becomes like a sling.
You got the sling going on. Like Dave Portnoy, there's not too much flop here, so here we're passing the test. Very good option here.
Amazing. And again, that whole idea, the potato.
It's good for winter.
Shiitake mushroom, eh? Mm-hmm. If you had to rate that on 10, what would you give it?
I don't play that game. I don't get in any trouble. And that guy in Portnoy and that whole pizza review and that absolutely amazing.
You see what he's doing with the fundraising and all that?
Fantastic. So there's you know what I mean? And that's it. And I think that most people understand dating and conversation. Like the gamut is huge. Yeah. That's been taken away.
Yeah.
People are having a hard time. And like, you can get on Zoom to have a conversation. It's not the same as this, as the eye to eye and the energy. And well, that's it. Yeah. And so it's been rough. And what he's doing in the States is amazing. We need one of those guys or girls here in Canada to bang it out, because the industry's hurting. The federal government's doing what it's got to do, but provincially, each province does their own thing, which is not so great, and it's a slug. And that's why it comes back down to you guys are supporting local when you're buying local farm stuff. Yeah. You guys, you're seeing the community love back within this area that they're buying, and they're, ordering food maybe more often than they normally would. And it's a real bonus to have that
Valentine's
connection.
was a hell of a night for both restaurants.
Yeah.
Crazy busy. So that was beautiful to see.
Amazing.
We're all in this together, so
we are in it together. That's it, and we just got to keep backing each other up. And again, listen, Charles and Phil, thank you so much for doing this with us on Gold Talks, and hopefully the public will enjoy this. And you guys be safe, and nobody can wait to get back into restaurants and into bars and into pubs and just to get that energy going, right? So thank you very much.
Hopefully for this summer with the outdoor dining.
That's it for sure, dude. Right in Montreal, I guarantee.
You need those terraces, right?
Need those terraces. All right. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.